Hi everyone, thank you for tuning into the channel. Today's topic is going to be toxic relationships. It's a term that we hear said a lot these days, especially on social media, but it isn't everybody that truly understands what a toxic relationship is, what the warning signs are, which was why I decided to make this video. I get a lot of clients in the therapy room describing toxic relationships but not actually understanding that they're in one. So I'm going to try and bring awareness to the warning signs to look out for. So what is a toxic relationship? In a nutshell, a toxic relationship is an unhealthy connection between two or more people that is constantly harmful and draining. A toxic relationship doesn't have to just be between you or your boyfriend or your girlfriend. A toxic relationship can be between friends. It can be between family members. It can even be as close as mother and child or father and child. Some of the warning signs to look out for in a toxic relationship is obsessiveness, obsessive behaviour. And what does this look like? Obsessive behaviour is usually when somebody needs constant contact with you. They need to know where you are, what you're doing at all times. This could include constantly texting you, constantly phoning you, just spamming your phone constantly. Even if you're at work, that constant need to know what you're doing throughout the whole day. It also comes in the form of possessiveness. Possessiveness is basically, it's over the top jealousy. It's being accused of things that you haven't done. For example, you were talking to someone, or you took a phone call, it must have been a woman or another guy. Or you've been accused of meeting somebody when you haven't. It's a little bit like paranoid behaviour. It's that person just needs to know what you are doing at every moment in your life. The next one's manipulation. Manipulation is an attempt to sway somebody's emotions, to make them think or act in a certain way. And it's always for the other person's benefit. It's where that person will make you do things that you don't really want to do, or you're not comfortable with doing, just for their own personal benefit. And when you don't do it, comes the guilt tripping. Guilting is another sign of a toxic relationship. It's another form of manipulation, and it's the other person making you feel responsible for their actions, saying that something you've done has caused them pain, or that something you've done, if you do it, will hurt their feelings. Sometimes guilting can get out of control, and the other person may even threaten to hurt themselves if you don't stop whatever it is they're uncomfortable with, or if you go to that office party, I'm going to hurt myself. If you go out with your friends, you're going to make me so sad and so miserable that I'm going to kill myself. Unfortunately, it does get that bad sometimes. It could even be a lighter form of self-harm, like if you go out, I'm not going to eat anything tonight. It's basically threats to make you feel guilt because you want to do something that doesn't involve them. Another thing they will do is belittle you. Belittling is another common sign in a toxic relationship. They will say things to make you feel bad about yourself, or degrade you or embarrass you. And when it hurts you or upset you, they'll say it's just a joke, or they'll tell you that you're overreacting. They feel very insecure when you are looking or feeling good or making decisions for yourself. So they will belittle you, to try and knock your self-confidence and your self-worth so that you don't do these things. This often leads on to another serious sign of a toxic relationship, which is sabotage. This one's nasty. It can tear your life apart, and it stems from belittling. They will try to bring you down at all costs. And that could come in the form of saying things about you to damage your reputation, whether that be with your family or whether that be with your friends or even at work. They will try to isolate you from everybody so that you have nothing and no one, and that you're dependent and you need them. They need you to need them so that they can survive and feel important. They might even make you late for work. They could hide your keys, hide your uniform, or tell family lies about you to get your family on their side, again to isolate you. Isolation is another big key factor in toxic relationships. They will try to keep you away from your extended family and friends and to separate you as much as possible from the people that care about you. Because them people that care about you, they're a danger to them because they could blow their cover. This is also done to obtain greater power and control over the relationship. They might disguise it as wanting to spend more time with you. Or they might tell you that your friends and family are no good for you. They might tell you that your friends and family are taking advantage of you and you shouldn't go and do that thing that you've promised. You should spend your time with them. They want you to choose sides with them, even if it's against your own family. They want you all to themselves completely. That leads on to controlling behaviour. Controlling behaviour comes in many forms, but some common forms of controlling behaviour are stopping you from going out with your friends, stopping you from seeing your family, stopping you from attending work nights out or even meetings if it means you have to travel. They'll try to control what you wear. Are you really going out in that? Do you think that's okay? Do you not think that's a bit overdressed? Do you not think you should just chuck your jeans on and not wear that suit? Or do you not think that dress is a little bit short? That top's a bit tight. It's revealing all of your breasts. They could make you have your location on so that they know where you are at all times. And another common one is they will go through your phone and check your emails so that they know your every movement, who you're talking to, and every aspect of your life. Another one that we don't always pick up on, and kind of links with guilt as well, is responsibility deflection. And that is blaming you or somebody else for their actions. If you hadn't have done that, then I wouldn't have acted that way. It's your fault. Or even, your mum doesn't like me. She gives me a funny look. She doesn't make me feel welcome or comfortable there. So if I can't go, you shouldn't go either. They will also blame their behaviour on past relationships. I can't help it. He made me this way, or she made me this way. I didn't get much love from my parents. That's why I'm so needy. Or they could even blame it on drugs or alcohol or even mental health conditions that they've not even been diagnosed with. Betrayal's another big key in toxic relationships. When a person constantly lies to you or acts intentionally to be dishonest, like lying to you, lying to other people about you, cheating, or sharing personal things that they know is going to humiliate you or embarrass you. And they can also be very disloyal. If any of these things have rung true to you today, the chances are you're in a toxic relationship. And toxic relationships, they're not good and they're not healthy to your physical health or your mental health. A toxic relationship is a form of domestic violence. And if you are going through any of the above, please seek help or advice. I know this can be very difficult. It can be very embarrassing and degrading to have to tell people what you're going through. But exposure truly is the first step. Exposure is your first step of gaining back control. Tell a trusted family member or friend what is happening. You can also speak to somebody like a counsellor who can help you process the relationship and process everything that you have been through. Work on building your self-esteem and confidence, and sometimes even planning a way out of that relationship. Do plenty of self-awareness work on yourself. Reflect on your morals, your standards, your values, and how you deserve to be treated. I hope you found today's session on toxic relationships helpful. I understand that it can be quite upsetting sometimes, especially as you gain knowledge and the light bulb goes on sometimes that this is me, this is what I'm going through. What do I do about this? Well, if you are interested in counselling, please feel free to email me or contact me for more information. You can reach me at yourspace.therapy@outlook.com. That's yourspace.therapy, all one word, @outlook.com. Thank you for listening today.